Virgo Queen, here to awaken the divine consciousness. I do Mother Peace Tarot and astrological readings, and this weekly weather forecast is for the collective consciousness. So it's horoscopes for the world. All zodiac signs apply. And so when I first look at a reading, I look at the heart of the matter. And the first card is the significator, which is 5 of Cups. So this past weekend was a epic full moon in Leo. There was epic endings and radical new beginnings. Full moons are about completions and also a time to be grateful. And Leo was so much about how we love ourselves and how much we love the world. So this 5 of Cups is showing us that we still have a bit of disappointment in love. Perhaps we weren't able to love the one that we want to love. A lot of times we put these requirements on the universe that I will finally feel loved if this one person loves me. Or I will finally know that that person that I want to love me loves me a certain way. So, because we are all our own unique maps and we all love differently, that we need to understand first how we want love and also what we need from love. And so then we can let go of expectations of others. And this is where the release of disappointment can come from. Because a lot of it comes from the entanglement of what we feel we should want and need in a relationship, either by being told by society and conditions or by our past relationships or just history within itself, and also this great expectation of the future. But when we truly embrace love for the moment and trust that it is going to guide us each step of the way on our earthly path, then soon will these cups be filled with something other than disappointment. So if you did come into this week with feelings of lack of love or disappointment or expectations not met, look at why. Look at the deeper reasons for your own disappointments. Because I just would like to emphasize that on National Valentine's Day, that there is going to be the moon squaring Saturn. And so there's going to be some very tight astrological aspects that will show our inner nature and what's not working. And so if we're in relationships that feel that aren't feeding us anymore, then we're going to get very clear. And because we have these huge expectations on Valentine's Day, that maybe we need to do something else. Maybe we should go and hang out with our friends, do something that we truly love. So then when we come together again with our expected loved ones, that we can have a deeper sense of who we really are and what we want to offer in the relationship. In the atmosphere, we have 2 of Wands. And 2s are about union, and Wands is our fire. And here we're desperately really wanting to connect to our intuitive nature, this primal instinct of how we know what we truly desire in this life. And also getting back to that sense of how do we love? How do we listen to love? And what is our intuitive knowing of what is good and what is no longer working? Because in the cross current, this moves us into reverse Daughter of Cups. So this is a very deep card. This is of great feelings of vulnerability, feelings that our emotions are not safe to express, that we feel that perhaps not even ourselves, but the women in our lives have been taken advantage of in their own sexuality, and that there's something in us that needs to heal that. So this card asks for great patience. It asks for you to do your own healing, to ask your own ancestors and medicine women around you, how do you heal the wounds that you did not know you could change? The karma, the ancestral lining, and all these aspects that lay so deep in our subconscious. How do we accept them and set them free? And what we do with this card is we sit and we listen, and we know that we are not those emotions, that we have strength in our vulnerability, that when we are honest about these deep, dark fears, that we can be at peace with them. And knowing whatever feelings that come through you are gifts, and any fears or dark places in you are places that need love. So take moments to find and gather your strength, and knowing that love is the only answer. And in our root, we have reverse shaman of discs. So we just went into our inner world. The heart of the matter is so much of our emotional life, our inner nature. So how we feel on the inside is reflected on the outside. And that's what I see in the root with reverse shaman of discs. That we feel that we're not capable of our work, that we don't feel strong enough, that we feel inadequate. And this is the masculine energy, the shaman. Perhaps it was the father not knowing how to give you the right skills for life, that didn't have confidence in himself. And so again, because they're coming into your life, trust that those insecurities are being released, and that you can change the link, that you can change the pattern by simply just acting and doing something about it. If you feel insecure, do it anyway. If you're not sure, ask questions. It is your own empowerment that will save you, and that will guide you in this life if you surrender to the bigger knowing that is always guiding you. Because in the sky, we have reverse tower. And we had her last week because this incredible full moon was changing us. And sometimes we don't really feel this full moon when it's at its potency. But later on, like during this week, all we know is that our mind has been shattered. Our perspective has been shattered. And that we are looking for a new frame, a new picture, a new lens to look through. Because the Tower card destroys and brings new life. And because it's reversed, it's showing that this change is taking its time. This new perspective, these new theories, these new paradigm is going to take its sweet, beautiful time to integrate. So if you're someone that imagines the worst case scenarios, and that was something that you wanted to heal this weekend, trust that that new frame of mind, that repatterning of the subconscious, takes practice. It takes integrating those belief systems in every moment. It's taking time away and giving yourself peaceful restoration and giving yourself the space to heal. Because in the recent past, we had reverse Son of Discs. So again, this adolescent, young masculine energy that wants to go rule the world and has his ambitions feels as if he doesn't have the answers and he's off course, doesn't know how to schedule his time, and seeking for answers somewhere else than himself. So in the Self card, we have Ace of Cups slightly to the right. So what this is showing is that we're trying to receive the gift of love, that we're looking and seeing that there is love in the world, and that we're trying to force it out of our own idea of what love needs to be or how we think it should be. And remember when I was speaking earlier about what is it that we want in love and what is it that we need. And so doing that practice and moving away from conditions, moving away from the past, and just getting real with the kind of love that you want to receive and also give to your loved ones and to this new world you are creating. In the hopes and fears, we have reverse High Priestess. So, this is a major arcana, and this is showing that our soul feels blocked, that our intuition is blocked, that we have been disconnected to the feminine. And a lot of times that happens when we do heart work, because the feminine can feel all the pain in the world and take it on for themselves. And this is where we need to understand what is ours and what is the collective. And yes, we're all doing our part to heal it, but first you must heal yourself. So on your path to healing yourself, remove the things that no longer serve you, which is ancestral lineage, your environment, the city, the consciousness in which you dwell in, and just make your own sacred space. And really learn how to protect yourself this week so you don't absorb all this disappointment of love floating around in the air. And really just try and connect to your own inner nature. And in the future, we have Four of Swords. So this is what I'm talking about. Going and getting your own space. And it's about realigning your chakras. It's about grounding, getting your own strength of mind in order for you to go back out into the world and be your empowered self. So take time for yourself this week. It will be vital to how you improve and how you move forward in the following weeks to come. But in the house, we have Shaman of Wands. So this is a beautiful card because this is ultimately where all the other cards are being held in this energy. And yes, we have some big things to take care of this week, more emotionally than anything else. And it's really healing those waters. And we have the shaman, and he is here to remind you of your intuition, to remind you of your passion and your heart and your confidence in knowing that you can go out into the world. So if you feel like you can't do it by yourself, call on your own inner shaman. Call in your medicine ancestors. Call in your guides, or call a sister or a dear brother. And just ask for some support, because we are not alone in this. And in the outcome, we have reverse judgment. So, all this work that we've been doing leads to us needing to accept ourselves in all of it. And because there is a reversal to this judgment, that the healing has not been able to take place because you still judge something about yourself or someone else, Whatever we judge in other people is an aspect of who we are. And I just really want to emphasize that. When you really start doing more self-awareness, more self-development, and you really get clear on what you judge and why you judge it, you will be fascinated by the mirror consciousness that exists, that all relationships are true reflections of who you are, and that we are part of all of it. And remember, this judgment card comes right before the world. And the world is the last major arcana where we come to our sense of wholeness, knowing that we have been all aspects of life and that no one is better or worse, and that we are all in it together. So make time to heal those judgments of yourself and others, and trust that next week will give you deeper guidance. And so the energy that we're experiencing this week is the moon squaring Saturn, our inner nature and emotions needing discipline out into the world. We have a moon sextiling Venus. So Venus is very, again, about our relationships. And then we move into Pisces this weekend, the sun. And so we go even deeper into this process. And so if you start noticing your energy changing, just look to the planets, because they are guiding you. And these are all lessons that we all experience. And that when you understand more of who you are and how you relate to the planets, then you can be your own creator. So I hope this helps. Have an amazing week. And if you'd like a one-on-one or personal reading, contact me at www.innerdoorways.com. Have a beautiful day.